forest resource management. In this module, we will discuss about forest resource management. Forests are very important to us. They provide us different services, not only timber and fiber, but they also provide us food. We get herbs, fruits, seeds, honey, minor forest produce, and so on and so forth. We get chemicals, medicinal plants, and water. There are many other supporting services which are known as ecosystem services, which is provided by forest. Forests also provide habitat for flora and fauna. The biodiversity which we see play a very important role. Trees participate in photosynthesis and carbon assimilation, which is also known as carbon sequestration. Forests also help in soil formation, nutrient cycling, pollination, which is supposed to be very important ecosystem service. Regulatory services provided by forest include carbon storage, purification of air, purification of water, climate regulation, protection against erosion, flood mitigation, protection against coastal erosion, and storms, and cultural services. Cultural services include recreation, spirituality, and education. We learn many things from these plants and animals of forest. We know that 71% of the globe is ocean, only 29% is land, and if we see from Ice Age, we are losing forests continuously. Earlier, we were having 71% habitable land and 19% barren land. If you compare 10,000 years ago, there was 57% and 42% wild grassland and shrubland. But in case we see 2018, and now this is reduced to 38%. 13% land is used for cropland and agriculture, and 31% for grazing. So we have gradually losing forest, which have played very important role in our life. As per Forest Survey of India 2021, we have 24.62% forest cover, out of which the real dense forest is only 3%. Moderately dense is only 9%. Open forest is about 9.26% and scrub land is 1.4%. This is the scenario. Most of the forests are degraded forests and we have to improve our forest. There are two drivers of forest loss: deforestation and degradation. Deforestation is completely removal of the trees, and in India, we have banned deforestation. Second is degradation, which is thinning of canopy without a change in land use. In shifting agriculture, forestry products, wildfire, our forests get degraded. Most of our forests are not good quality forests, and we will have to improve the quality of forest if we really want to use forest resources. As we discussed earlier, the forests are needed, they are required for climate regulation, they are required for soil protection, water management, food, and raw material. Forests also help in protection of biodiversity and especially to endemic species. So we need good quality forests in our country. To protect our forest, we use different management practices such as we manage our natural forest for timber and non-timber forest products. Second, secondary forest management, plantation management. Fourth, wildlife management, because this is equally important, and biodiversity is important for us. Forests play a very important role in carbon storage. So in climate change, we say carbon sequestration, forests are our only hope. Then tourism, ecotourism. Today we have very important policies and legislation, and we are making use of it. Ministry of Environment and Forest and Climate Change, Government of India, is looking after the forest policies. We have different acts. We have Indian Forest Act came into 1927. But today there are many other acts which are important for biodiversity conservation. Also, we have Biodiversity Act which came in 2002. We have a National Environment Policy which came in 2006. We are careful about protection of forest, about conservation of this important resource, and doing a lot. We have several approaches for forest conservation. The one which is very famous is afforestation and reforestation. There is a little difference between the two. Afforestation is establishment of forest in an area with no previous tree cover, and reforestation is re-establishment of forest cover by direct seeding of sapling. Second approach is social forestry, which is management of forest on barren lands and their protection to aid environment, rural and social development. The third approach is agroforestry, which is integrated approach of using interactive benefits from combining trees and shrubs with crops or livestock, also defined as trees on farms. Social forestry is being popularized in many parts of this country, and we are getting benefit of it. Another approach is to get non-wood forest products. As we know, we get many goods of biological origin other than wood, and they are termed as minor, secondary or non-timber forest products. They are of great use to people for living in the forest, and it gives them livelihood and income from the forest. Next is forest certification program, which is mechanism for forest monitoring, tracing and labeling timber, wood and pulp products and non-timber forest products. So the forests are important to us and their sustainability is important. We should have economical use of timber and wood. We should also promote minimization of wastage. Secondly, deforestation and overgrazing should be prohibited. Thirdly, alternate source of energy such as biomass, biogas, solar energy, etc. should be developed and promoted to supplement fuel wood. Pest and fire control by modern technique should also be adopted to prevent loss of forest. And fifth is forestry should be improved by modern technique and use of fertilizer, irrigation, weed control, modern techniques like tissue culture, etc. In the end, we will finish with Mahatma Gandhi's quote, "What we are doing to the forest of the world is but a mirror reflection of what we are doing to ourselves and to one another." Thank you.